Buongiorno, buonasera, benvenuti amici, welcome my friends. My name is Vincenzo and welcome to my channel, Fountain Pen Therapy. Well, going through my Hongdian pen collection and with the new Hongdian pens that we received recently, I thought it would be a nice twist if I can provide my viewers with just a kind of a review of all the Hongdian nibs that are out there. Especially those that have caused some confusion with the new nibs that have come out, first generation, second generation, etc. Here's my take on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at standard Hongdian nibs and the three generations that I think it went through. Then we'll take a look at some of the limited edition nibs and even the number 8 size nibs. And then we'll take a look at what they offer in terms of number 5 size nibs, the smaller ones. We'll take a look at the nibs, we'll take a look at the differences, macro shots of the nibs, and then we'll do writing examples of each category. So please stay tuned for the Hongdian Nibs Explained. Okay, so we're back with the first set of nibs that I'd like to show you here are what I would say are the standard nibs. They're not limited edition nibs, and you can see the evolution here, and I'll explain in a minute. This is the first one is an old pen, several years ago. This is what the nib looked like. It had the year 1997. Now keep that in mind because that may, in the third generation, cause some confusion. So you could see there's the Hongdian branding, 1997, with a ordinary, cheap Chinese plastic feed. So that's the first generation of nibs, from what I understand. The rest of them you can see, apart from this one, the next 4, and I'll take one in the middle here. You could see the second generation. They call that, kind of a knot. That knot design. The year follows underneath. Since 1997, Hongdian. Then you've got the size of the nib. In this case, it's medium and number 35. And that knotted design of the nib, if you will, came in different colors. You have a rose gold here. You have kind of a dual, there's a bit of gold and a bit of chrome. You have the full gold and then you have the full chrome. Now, this one shows you the new feed. So when you compare the old feed to the new feed, you could see that there's quite a bit of improvement here. And well, it's a different feed, and from what I understand, this feed has helped the flow of the pen tremendously. At least the technicians are telling us that. Okay, so that's the difference. So you could see those are the next 4, first generation, second generation with the old feed, and then second generation with the new feed. This is the new nib that has just come out with the Hongdian Ode 100. And you could see that the knot design is on top and the year is at the bottom, 97, and then it's just Size of the nib, Hongdian. It's a much cleaner design. It's got some etching on the side. And what caused confusion, at least in my mind, is when I saw the year 1997, I presumed that it was the old nib, but it isn't. So you could see that, and of course you got the new feed that accompanies this third generation, if you will. Now, we will take a look at the next. What I'd like to show you is how these nibs compare in terms of writing sample. Okay, so those are your standard nibs, and stay tuned. We'll take a look at how they translate on paper. Okay, so let's look at the standard nibs and see how they write. So this is standard nibs. This is the first generation with old feed. Fairly stiff, medium flow, no line variation. Okay, but decent. Now, let's look at the second generation. Then we have, this is the second generation. With the old feed. Less stiff. Good flow. Some line variation is present. Okay? That's the second generation with the old feed. Third generation. Now I'm going to find a normal one here. Do I have one? Yeah. This is the second generation. With the new feed. No material difference, in my view. With this new feed, I don't see a major flow consideration here. In my view, anyway. There may be, but I just don't see it. Then we have the A6, which has a second generation new feed, but real bounce. Take a look at that. See that bounce? So very different. So I would give 8.5 on this one. I would give these two, I would give an 8. And this one I would give a 7.0. Okay? Now, that takes us to the third generation. So, this is the OD 100, third generation. It also has that new feed. My view, in between second generation and the A6, some bounce. But I wouldn't give it more than 8.0 as well. I think it's pretty equivalent to the second generation. So there you have. That's the story, in my view, for the standard nibs. Now, the next set of nibs that I'd like to show you are the annual nibs, if you will, or the Chinese ZODIAC yearly designs. I only have 3 years here. I have the year of the rabbit, 2023, both in this rose, I guess it's gold and in chrome, so you could see the rabbit design. And then I have 2 for the year of the dragon, which is 2024. I have it in the N24 and the A24, which is a number 5 size nib. And then we have this year, the N25, with that snake or serpent design. So those are the different ZODIAC annual nibs that have come out for Hongdian. I'm not sure that 2022 exists. If it does, I don't have it in my collection. So those are the annual limited edition nibs. What we'll do now is take a look at how they write. Okay, so let's take a look at these annual or sign of the zodiac pens. This is the year of the rabbit. So these are sign of zodiac. Okay, this is year of the rabbit. And what are we dealing with here? It's 2023. This is kind of a architect type of grind. Thick and wet and smooth, fairly stiff, but in my view, 9 on 10. I like this nib. The Year of the Rabbit nib is among the best of Hongdian. This is a second Year of the Rabbit. Same thing. So one T, but anyway, 2023. Same thing. Okay, and this is the, doesn't, yeah, it's the medium. 2024. Year of the Dragon. Oh, dragon. Got some bounce. Some line variation. Because of it. I would give it an 8 point. What did we give the A6? An 8.5 is just below the A6. Better than the standard nib. This other Year of the Dragon, '24. It's a number 5 nib, I think. Very performing. Better than good flow. Fairly stiff. I would give it an 8.2. And last, is this Year of the Snake. Equivalent to the standard nib. Nothing special about this nib. And the standard nib, we gave it at 8.0. Yeah, that's about it. So that's the story for the Sign of the Zodiac nibs. Now, the next set of nibs are what I would term like special edition nibs right here, okay? And then, of course, we have at the end the number 8 size nib, okay? First one is on this D5, which in my view is probably the best nib in terms of how springing this nib is. So as you could see, it's a completely different design dedicated to this very, very elaborately etched and decorated pen. As you can see, it says 1997. There's scroll work. EF for extra fine, Hongdian. I would say to you that it does remind one of the original nib, but it's different. As you could see, in terms of how they designed it with the year and the logo and then etc. But it is different. It is very different. So those, and I have it both in gold and kind of a dark black lacquered. Okay, and we'll take a look at how this pen writes because it is the best one. Then there's the Space Edition nib pens. I have several of them, but all with that same kind of decorative to reflect on the space motif. As you could see, there's I guess that would be kind of a universe or a solar system of some sort There's a little rocket there. So that's the space motif. Then there's this nib, which I forget now if it's long blade or long knife, but it is another design that I've seen with Hongdian. And of course that nib is what makes it very special. And as we shall see in the writing sample, we then have the number 8 sized nibs, although one could argue that kind of a little bit smaller than number 8, but when compared to others, but nonetheless, it's the bigger nib, as you could see. Hongdian, there's the size, and that scroll work is very unique as well. And I have it both in the silver and black. I don't believe I have it in the gold, but let me just check all of the ones just to see if I have any in gold. I don't believe I do. No, it's all the silver or black. I'm not even sure it exists, frankly, in the gold color. So those are your specialized nibs. What I want to take a look at next is how these write. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so the next on the block are the, what I call the limited edition nibs. We start with this D5, which is the best nib. Really bouncy. More than the A6. Get some line variation. Very nice. Almost like a gold nib. My favorite. Or, you know, close anyway to the favorite. The next is this space pen. It's equivalent to the standard nib. So this one here I would give 10 on 10. And this one is equal to the standard nib. Nothing special. But still, very good nib. What do we have next? Oh yes, then we have these long blade or long knife. So which essentially is an architect nib. As you can see, so it offers that line variation, but the other way. Very nice. Wet, smooth. I would give this one a 9 on 10. Very nice. Then you have the number 8. Number 8 nib. This is the one with the black coating. I would give this one 8.3 on 10. But what I noticed is that the silver one has more bounce. Or I guess we could call it the chrome version. Much more bounce. So I would give it a 8.5 on 10. So, whoa, I'm sorry there. So I would give it an 8.5 on 10. Much more bounce on the chrome version of that number 8 nib. So there you have the limited edition nibs in my collection. Be right back. Now the next series of nibs, I guess I would term it kind of some of the smaller nibs, if you will. I'm still not decided on this A24, whether or not this is a number 5 or a number 6. It's the year of the, the year of the dragon nib that I showed you earlier. It is a little smaller than the number 6, but it appears to be slightly bigger than the number 5. Then these are the 2 pocket pens. Again, very different design on both. This one kind of is the more recent one, and as you could see, it has that knotted design, although the feed is an ordinary plastic feed as compared to the earlier M1, which is the old design, I would say to you. This one kind of has a unique, but I guess its own design here that I haven't seen before. It appears to be on this one as well. By the way, this is a Fude nib, so they have a number 5 Fude nib as well, very similar to this one here. They also have hooded nibs, like that one, like this one here. And this one is another design, I think is just special to the pen itself, but clearly different design from the rest. So those are the number 5s, and we could take a quick look at how they write when we come back. Okay, next on my list, I guess we're number 5. So these are the number 5 size nibs. First of all, this Fude nib, very nice. Very good flow. Medium to broad line. I give this nib an 8.6 on 10. Very nice. The next one is this is the M1. So, pocket pen M1. Stiff, okay, it has no more ink. But I would say, actually, we have another pen with the same nib, so we can go with that one. So this one, yeah. So the number 5. Standard nib. Very stiff. But very, very smooth. to the point where I would give it an 8.6 on 10 as well. Much smoother, I would say to you, than some of the standard number 6. Then I think the best one of them all is the nib on this new, this is the new M2 brass. It's a number 5 with a little bounce. Smooth, and it offers some line variation. I would give this one an 8.8 on 10. Very nice. Just wanted to show you the, I don't think they are great, the hooded nibs. Scratchy and dry. I would give them a 6. Oh, not even a 5 on 10. Not, I would not bother with these hooded nibs from Hongdian. I don't think they're worthy of Hongdian, if you will. That kind of completes the whole gamut of nibs. Yeah, so that concludes the video, folks. I've gone through all the Hongdian nibs. Did my Hongdian collection, but now the nibs. So you kind of get the whole story there. Bottom line is that I would get the D5 nibs that are being sold now. You can buy them. And I'll show you just a template of the, I believe it's on AliExpress. If you're going to get a nice nib for your Hongdian pens, it would be the nib on the D5. And the second ones I would recommend are those long blade, long knife. I think those are very, very nice as well. And it gives you a little more line variation. It's an architect nib, so those are fun as well. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, thumbs up, comments, always appreciated. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.